we bought one of these fisherman hats.
The one thing that's telling is when journalists ask me, how big is your festival? Because they were ranking the festivals. And I got that call. I said, well, we have about 75,000 people over a 10-day period. And then that lady told me, do you know you're in the top 12, top 13? And I couldn't believe, of festivals, we're talking Blues Fest, Tulip Fest, Jazz Fest, all those big ones. So it was really telling to have that ranking and see how big the festival had become.
This celebration begins with the Vespers, great Vespers of the Dormition, which in our church, the belief of the Orthodox faith is that our Holy Mother did not died and was buried, but her whole body and soul ascended into heaven. So our church is named after the Dormition, meaning the falling asleep of the Theotokos, which means the Mother of God, of course, the incarnate God. And this celebration, as we all know, follows with all this big festival or panegyri that we call here in Ottawa.
The Greek Festival started with presidency of Mr. Giorgaras, Chris Giorgaras, and I was his vice then. And we had an idea to start celebrating our church name, one-day celebration, as we do back home for the 15th of August.
It is literally, this is a religious celebration, and we actually having this festival because of the religious celebration.
Ο σκοπός, ο οποίος αποφασίσαμε να γίνει το πανηγύρι, ήταν να δείξουμε και στην καναδική κοινωνία που ζούμε τα ήθη, τα ήθημά μας, τον πολιτισμό μας, τη φιλοξενία μας και ένας ακόμη σκοπός, φυσικά και ο οικονομικός, και επίσης να αναμειγνύξουμε και τα παιδιά μας μέσα στην κουλτούρα μας και στα ήθη και θυμά μας.
We always have something. Sometimes we're making Philoptochos beans and everything. We have little lunches at the whole church.
Most of us, the volunteers, we used to go in and out of the community center to carry the tables, the chairs, the tablecloths, all the things in order to have the festival.
Είχαμε να σκεφτείτε μόνο μια στόφα κάτω από στο υπόγειο της Εκκλησίας και αυτό είχε ένα element. Πολλοί κόσμος προσεφέρθηκε, όπως ανέφερες και εσύ, να βοηθήσει. Να σκεφτείτε, μουσακάδες, σουβλάκια, τυρόπιτες, πανακόπιτες, ταραμάδες, ήταν όλα δωρεές.
It was, we barbecue 15 lambs, and it was the first day in 1975, August 15.
And because being a toolmaker, he gave me the task to make the barbecues. So the first barbecues for the lambs and the souvlaki, I had to do them in my own shop.
It was quite a group effort.
Over the past 42 years, I think it's a privilege to be part of the community, as well as, an opportunity to actually be a festival leader. And in fact, the only thing I really think about when I think of the festival is leadership, and not the kind that's defined by the position that you hold in the community. It's really about the leadership that everybody displays and the behaviors that you see on a daily basis or, monthly basis leading up to the festival.
Music.
This is where the music goes?
Yeah. It's going to be open this now.
Okay. How long do you think it's going to take for them to set up?
Maybe half an hour.
Half an hour?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah, you will see now. The guys will come.
It's pretty quick.
Yeah.
John, where do you need the legs?
Okay, sir.
Wait.
This is Chris.
What happened?
This is Chris.
This guy
You know, there one guy at town. Yeah, it's a friend. It's a friend.
is a French or Frenchman?
Friend. It's a friend.
Costa and Mary. Ready to go. Good stuff. We got the grills and all that. Everything's being cleaned and power washed, and it's going to be brought up under the food tent.
Other than that, what we were hoping to do is, there's two things. We'll do a bit of training here tonight, and then we can give everybody their T-shirts.
Thanks a lot. You're welcome. See you soon. And I'm also going to have one posted, so if you don't learn it, it's fine. They'll have it, and I'll know it.
What if we put like a little warning label about an allergy warning next to Hispanic over there?
That's a good idea.
In front of the food tent.
Oh, yeah.
What were they saying over there?
Just talking about the different stations and what we have to be doing. Pretty much.
What station are you guys at?
Serving.
You as well?
The food. Yes.
Cool.
So let's make sure that you are following that rule to make sure you're washing your hands at the right hand sink. There should be a sink dedicated for hand washing only.
Have you guys had a presentation like this at Greek Fest before?
No.
You haven't had one before? No. So this has been very useful, I guess.
This one, orientation is new.
Yeah,
all the orientation is new, yeah. We needed it. We suggested it.
It's really wonderful.
I mean,
this
is really good.
The same thing on this line, it's up to here, okay? Up to here. No, one more.
I think we've all felt that, where you have that angst, just that panic, the days right before the festival's about to start.
When that door opened at the festival, we had no problem. That was unbelievable to have that uncomfort. It was discomfort, and then overnight we were ready to roll.
Is that a backup or what?
I think this is what you should be taking.
I agree.
Okay?
That's going to go out too, though.
Wait, what should we?
This one, I think this one will be okay. No, you don't think so?
That one has a better chance than this. This one already went out.
All right.
Representing our past, present, and future, guiding our community, and uniting our two homelands, Canada and Greece. The flame has been lit. Welcome to Greek Fest 2011. Enjoy yourselves.
A year before I came to Ottawa, they started with the festival being kind of the size, not exactly as it is today, but they started growing. And of course, as it is today, we almost overgrew our size.
In terms of the festival, it was a fraction of what it was. In other words, in 2000, it was over 100 times what it was in '84. So in terms of measurement, that means a lot more people and a whole different thing.
I've been here 2 years, but my family has been here for 8 years.
I've been here for 25 years.
25 years?
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow.
Long time, eh?
That's a very long time.
Yeah.
And what keeps you all coming back here?
It's very exciting. It's lots of fun. It's what we give back to our community. It's the only thing we can do, and so we work hard. This is a great way to help out our community. So it's great and lots of fun. So this is called the Uzidi, and it's all the desserts. We have ouzo, coffee, Greek coffees, and of course our famous Giakoumelos. So what you see right here are the baklava, kadaifi, and chocolate baklava, what we call kura. So this is the more nut area.
And on that side we have the traditional Greek coffee.
Would you be able to take me there?
Sure, absolutely. Come on.
Yeah.
So this is where they make the traditional Greek coffee, and it has to be roasted and boiled over, and then there you go.
This is the best one.
And the famous, the Giakoumelos.
So the ladies prepare these in the back. They're fried donuts, and then they're dipped in honey, and they put cinnamon and sugar on top. And so yeah, these are what I think most people come to Greek Fest for.
Εδώ είναι οι ήρωες. Εδώ είναι Giakoumelos. Εδώ είναι τα special. Εδώ είναι ο Μπαρμπανίκος με τα μαχαίρια. Γερόσκοπο το βίντεο.
Αρχίσαμε περίπου με 8 πάων αλεύρι, όχι κιλά, πριν 25 χρόνια, από όταν άρχισε το πανηγύρι για μία μέρα μόνο ήταν. Αρχινήσαμε από το υπόγειο της εκκλησίας, σε αυτή τη μικρή στόφα, βάζαμε όχι παραπάνω από 10-15 λουκουμάδες, αλλά η ουρά ήταν συνέχεια, δεν σταματούσε. Η θεία η παπαδιά της έψινε, εγώ ζήμωνα, η Εμέλεια της πουλούσε και η κυρία Πούλος και αυτή βοηθούσε κάτι στο ταμείο, δεν ξέρω πού βοηθούσε.
Της Μέλωνε.
Λοιπόν, της Μέλωνε, μάλιστα, της Μέλωνε. Λοιπόν, ύστερα από 1-2 χρόνια, ασφαλώς ήταν μία μέρα το πανηγύρι, ύστερα από 1-2 χρόνια πήγαμε στο κοινοτικό κέντρο. Λοιπόν, αρχίσαμε πάλι με μία στόφα και με μία κατσαρόλα που κάναμε τις λουκουμάδες. Ύστερα μου είπε ο Νίκος ο Καρδάρας, μου λέει βρε Χαρίκλια να δοκιμάσουμε να τις κάνουμε στα φράερς και πέρα που ψήνανε τις πατάτες. Λέω Νίκο, εάν νομίζεις ότι δεν θα ψήνεται τίποτα άλλο μέσα, εντάξει να τις κάνουμε. Και πραγματικά αρχίσαμε και οι λουκουμάδες φεύγανε, ασφαλώς τις μάθανε και εδώ πέρα ο Καναδέζοι εδώ πέρα και πουλούσαμε πάρα πολλές. Και ξέχασα να πω ότι εδώ και πολλά τελευταία χρόνια με βοηθάει πάρα πολύ ο άντρας μου στο ψήσιμο και όπως ξέρετε κάνει πάρα πολύ καλή δουλειά γιατί έχει μεγάλη υπομονή και τις ψήνει πάρα πολύ ωραία. Το όνομά μου είναι Χαρίκλια Παπαδάκης και από τότε που άρχισα και κάνω τις λουκουμάδες ασφαλώς με φωνάζουν και λουκμού. Στρο, αυτό είναι το όνομά μου.
Quite many. About 20.
20 years?
Over 20 years, yes.
Oh wow. And why do you keep coming back?
Because people, they love them.
They love it? Do you love it too?
I love it too.
Oh wow. Are you going to be here next year?
I hope so.
As it has been in previous years. There's no better way to say it. It's Lemonade Greek way.
Every Greek community has their keeping their culture going with their own Greek folk dancing. Coming from Montreal and teaching quite a number of associations, I arrived in Ottawa, and Ottawa community had their own dance group. It was known as the Hellenic Community of Ottawa group. But we sat down back then with a few of us that were in the senior group, if you want to call it. We came up with the name of the Odyssey Dance Troupe.
So Odyssey, just like the Zorba show in itself, is still growing, expanding. They're expanding the repertoire, getting new costumes all the time. And Chris Pandietta is doing a fantastic job directing.
No, he is. No, I think the folklore is...
It's an important aspect of the festival. It's an important aspect for the community itself. And you know, our dance school provides that gateway for our younger generation to keep learning and hopefully maintain that aspect of our culture.
There's more of us in the group. We have what, 25 people in our group?
25, yeah.
25 people of ranging from ages from 16, 17 to plus.
Yeah.
And you and I and Mary. We're with the Hellenic Community of Ottawa, obviously, and we're actually Ottawa's only folkloric dance troupe in the National Capital Region. There's many levels of dance and many levels of heritage amongst our culture, but folklore is really, truly, in our opinion, where you can really get a true sense of who we are as a people. We're very inclusive. We have people of various backgrounds as well in our group.
That other island.
The other island, the one we keep forgetting about.
So my husband is Greek, that's my connection to the Greek community, and we've been married 17 years. So when I first came to the festival I was like, oh, this looks like a crazy party and people are dancing. I have no idea what they were doing. So I spent a few summers just doing, the basic Casabazabico. And then I was like, oh, I like the folklore. I used to watch some of the folklore performances. And I remember going up to Chris going, I want to try out for that dance group. One day you're going to let me do it. So it's for me, it was, that's the part that I like. But it's kind of fun that it's, like I said, if I look at where I started in the community, which was just, coming to the Greek Festival, doing a few things, and now being sort of actively involved with helping out wherever I can. Language-wise, I'm somewhat limited, but, people still come and talk to me in Greek as though I am Greek. So.
And you still sing the folklore songs.
And I still sing
They're written phonetically for people that don't speak Greek.
Is that it? Is that all right? Somebody's applauding. Yeah, I don't know if
Me
this is what you
growing
said.
up with only one parent who's Greek, my Greek's not that great, but my language skills, because we do sing along songs, have increased
and the teachers
hugely.
I remember dancing a lot when I was young, for fun. And but now that I'm a little bit older and I've had more experience with the folklore,
it's not the same.
It's not the same.
Yeah,
it's not the same. Because I remember that time we were Theodora and I were in Amouliani, this island in Greece, for a folklore workshop, and the folklore bands went on that night, and we did not leave the dance floor. We just didn't leave. And I remember the next day we were walking to the beach, and because the roads are so close together, we had to walk through someone's backyard to get to the beach. And he looks at us, he's like, aren't you the people that never got off the dance floor last night? We're like, yeah, we don't get a chance to dance the folklore instruments, so we didn't get off. We didn't.
We're committed. Next year we're going to try to bring a folklore band from Greece for festival.
We are.
It's on camera.
We're going to do it.
We're going to turn our community into folklore fanatics.
Step by
We're
step.
going to try.
Step by step. Come join Odyssey.
Yeah, that's our plug.
Done.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is what you said, but it sounds good.
We had an ongoing discussion in the council that I really didn't feel that the festival should ever take place before the holy day of the Dormition of the Virgin Mary, and I was outvoted by my council, and they said, no, we're going to start the day before, and then the power went off. And the power was off for a couple of days, and we had to really pull in some favors from people at the city and get generators here, and with the help of our in-house electricians, the Giakoumelos brothers, we were able to keep this thing. We were the only place in the city that had power, was the Greek Festival. So more people came here to eat because their stoves weren't working at home. So we had an exceptional year.
20 years ago, almost 21 years ago, when I arrived in Ottawa, I was surprised of the monies that were spent in advertising. And of course, after I was here for 1-2 years, I saw how important advertisement was.
Decided to come down to the LCBO and get a head start on things and let you indulge in the wines, like Giannis's wines and spirits. The Greek cuisine, including chicken, pork, souvlaki, is being cooked up as we speak, courtesy of the Hellenic Center's executive chef right here in the event's kitchen.
And we come every year to the Greek Ottawa Fest, and we love it. And we will continue to come until they finish or stop or whatever happens. But we love coming here. It's a lot of fun. We dance. We have good music.
Party with our good food.
Absolutely, the food and ouzo. That's my thing, not theirs. We love it. We like to come every year.
Well, the biggest challenge, as far as I was concerned, with the festival was every year bringing something new. Introducing a new facet, something new, something that the people would say, oh wow, we didn't see this last year.
Opa!
This year we started a new project, little project out. It's called Saganaki. And they're going very, very, very well.
Greek cheese, Greek food, everything's Greek here today.
The one thing that really stands out is that instead of us going for information, it was all the other communities coming to us for advice, asking us how do we do things? How are we so successful? And the expectation is one of, is very high in terms of delivery. So there's a lot of pressure there to maintain our reputation. One thing we needed to do is to bring in-house management. There was too much time spent always being here. I remember my father at the community, day and night, our discussions at home was the community and how we're going to move forward. And so his day-to-day life, along with us taking care of us, was the community. And I'm sure it is for everyone. That's why they're here. So one step forward that we did take was to bring in-house management, general management, executive director.
Then we hired our first general manager, who was Erin Giakoumelos. Following the 2009 festival, there were a couple of professors that had come to the festival and viewed what we were doing, and I received an email in fall of 2009 asking if we would come to their university class at the University of Ottawa. They have an event management class, and talk about how we organize our festival. So Erin and I put a presentation together, and we went down to spoke to these university students about how we go about executing our festival. And at the end of the presentation, the professors told us that we had hit every topic that they wanted to cover. And as Erin and I walked out of that classroom, I think we both had the sense of like, wow, here is an organization that started off with a one-day festival back in the 70s and had grown into something so significant that now we were a measure as to how festivals should be run and should be organized. And I really feel that bringing Erin into the fold of the festival has really kind of helped us take our festival to a new level.
It's a boutique, a souvenir shop down in Westboro, and Lakis and his family are here every year helping us out. Right. We really appreciate all their help, and they provide us with all our souvenirs and our supplies here.
So we have our Greek coffee, our ouzo candies, halva, beautiful sesame desserts. We have our amazing honey directly from Greece, tomato paste, everything you can find.
Is this on camera?
It's a video.
Cool. I like face painting because it's fun and raise money for charity and stuff.
It's a pretty popular tent. We don't have problems getting volunteers. Today I have about 10, and I should have more coming in tonight. Well, we have very basic stamps for any of our younger volunteers that are just starting with us. It's a good way for people to learn and get comfortable with face painting. And then for some of the kids that have been painting longer, we have more intricate designs. The reason I started doing this was my son's teacher, Sunday school teacher, Greek school teacher actually. I started as a volunteer with her. And then when she stopped doing it, then I just continued face painting. I think this is my 6th or 7th year.
The festival is wonderful. We always count the days before it starts. My job has been for many, many years to do the cooking demos, not only on television and in the radio, on the radio as expert on call, but also here at the festival, you show people how to make different Greek meals. But lately, I semi-retired, so I got a better job. The job of taking care of the kids on Family Day. Family Day, the mothers and fathers bring their kids for different activities outside, but they come in the community center, and the kids have a ball.
And at the end, we give them always honey balls, and the parents enjoy that too. But last year, it was fantastic. We made cupcakes ready, and they decorated them. And then, of course, they ate it. They gobbled it. And really, it's fun for the parents and for the kids. And I'm here all day for 11 days, and I love it.
Yes, having lived in Montreal, Quebec City, London, Ontario, in the U.S., when we moved to Ottawa in 1996, I was thoroughly amazed by this community and thoroughly amazed by the festival, because, to be honest, I had never seen anything like it in any of the other Greek communities that I had participated in. The size, the scope, the success was quite amazing. And of course, the whole logistics. I mean, you're running something over a period of 11 or 12 days, trying to coordinate 300 or whatever volunteers. The biggest challenge with the festival was to introduce something new every year, so that the people who come to the festival say, "Wow, we didn't see this last year." One of the things that we did change was the arts court, where we had opportunities for our members of our community to showcase some of the fine work that they do, art and others.
I was born and I was raised and educated in Greece before I came to Canada. And I started painting from the age of 22, I think. So it's a long time ago. And I started with Greek colors, the Greek islands, since I come from Crete, which is the biggest island in Greece. These are from the islands, and the colors, the blue, the white, of course. Well, I've been involved with the Greek Festival for 22 years now. When I first was with the council in the early 90s to today. Why I come to the Greek Festival? It's my community. I love my community, and I can contribute with my art to the betterment, I hope, I believe, to this community.
Conduct to live by. So, the origins of Greek mythology.
Hi, my name is Catherine Kuchus, and right now I am the goddess Athena. I've been doing my mythology seminar inside, and I've just come out from a great presentation.
She did a very good job today. It's all about teaching Greek mythology and a little bit of an introduction.
The best guy is this guy.
I have been over 25 years doing the tour of the church, which explains basically all the parts of the church and our religious activities. Basically, the festival depends on the church because that's what started it. It is on the 15th of August, which celebrates our Panagia, our Panagia, and that's what started basically the festival. And now we receive almost 3,000 to 4,000 and 5,000 people in the church every year. So we can consider that the heart of the festival is the church, and why we maintain always the visits to the church and the tours of the church. My name is Fotios Kizas, and I worked in the festival for over 25 years. If I am not wrong, even 30 years it's going to be this year.
Chula last week got me soaking wet with a toy gun, water gun. I warned her all week. Chula, I got you back. Sorry about that, but you're a good sport.
It's rainy day, rainy day.
Oh, it's cold!
Talk to us about what the steps and processes were to when you get the lamb?
Sure. So basically what happens is we put in our order probably about 5-6 months ago. We pre-arrange the orders, pre-arrange the delivery date. As they come in, we get about 100 come in on a truck, and we unload them all in here. And then what we do is we make the slit for the Achilles, put in some string, and then we load them up into our fridge in the back, all 100. The guys start right away, putting them on the spit, suturing them, putting the garlic, the lemons, the pepper inside, tying them up, putting them on the spit, putting them back in the fridge, getting them prepared for the guys who come in the morning, probably around 6 o'clock in the morning. Go out to the lamp pit, get the charcoal going, put them on, and then they start turning them. It takes about 3 hours. Like, they play the charcoal, so what it is, it's kind of like an art. They move it back and forth like that. Try to evenly distribute the heat. It probably ranges around 500 degrees.
All right, as you can see, we're playing with the coals here. What you have to do is make sure that the fire is on the front part of the lamb and in the back where the legs are for the meat, so it cooks properly. So we're putting more coals and adjusting the flame.
£1? Okay. Put it there.
Hey there.
That's the best lamb. That's fresh lamb, the best.
You see that? Whoa. Wow.
That's the best one. Okay?
Okay.
All right, Hollywood. All right. Thank you.
I'm working.
Λευτέρη, να μορφήσεις τη φωτογραφία γαμώ το βεθύρι σου. Λευτέρη.
This is a pork souvlaki, the tradition, the Greek souvlaki. Myself, I've been working here in Ottawa region around since 1998, 97, 98. I used to work before another community for another 20 years. Like me, I'm 43 years in this country. Like me, for 1972, actually 1972, all works volunteers and do it something help to the church in any community. Lie to you. No, never lie. You come over here.
Καλά τα κάνουμε εδώ πέρα, ωραία. Κάνουμε όνειρα. Καλά τα κάνουμε
Number one, man. And this guy, number one. Thank you. I can help you over here.
You need a dollar.
Anything else? Hello. Chrysanthi is a wonderful person. She is Father Alex's helper in our church. She's a tireless woman. She works day and night to organize our uzuri, our festivals here. For 20 years. For over 20 years.
One of the many male hosts here at Greek Fest. But today, I'm wearing the skirt.
And I wear the pants, so we know what the Greek families do, right? The women rule.
Hi, my name is Reklitis, and I'm one of the many hosts for this year's Greek Summer Festival. We've had such a tremendous group of young MCs and some senior ones that have been with us in the past. Names like Bill Sulas is definitely absolutely polished. Margaret Gritsas. We've also had Nico Tatsis and Nico Pezulas and Antonio Pezulas. And I also have to mention my son, Lucas Reklitis, that came from Toronto to be with us here today. So I'd like to tell you, from an MC perspective, we've been here for at least 22 years. We've seen the festival grow year over year, and it grows out of love, nothing more than that.
Θερμότατος. Για πες μας, πώς είναι το πανηγύρι μέχρι σήμερα, για πες μας.
Πάει μια χαρά το πανηγύρι.
Είσαι ευχαριστημένος.
Είμαι πάρα πολύ ευχαριστημένος γιατί όλοι εδώ που βλέπεις εδώ πάτε, τους βλέπεις όλους. Αυτοί εδώ έχουν κάνει το πανηγύρι.
The build-up to the Zorba show is a key component to getting the people interested and into.
It makes or breaks the show.
It actually
really does.
Yeah.
He'd make the crowd part of the show.
That's right.
He was the
Absolutely.
connection.
Absolutely.
And that differentiated the show from any other kind of performance that the crowd had seen.
Yeah. But the thing I remember most about Dimitri, and this is just how happy he was every single time we completed the show, whether we failed in doing something that we were trying to accomplish, he would come to us, always give us the biggest bear hug and say, "You guys are awesome. You guys are unbelievable."
Because you are.
And that made us feel excellent. How he brought me on board, but he had to test me out. He says, "You really want to dance?" So we go in this particular spot and he said, "If it's in your heart, you don't have to have music to dance." And I took it on and I said, "Okay, George, Yuriaki, I'll dance for you." And I started to dance. You remember this when I went and I think that's the point that he said.
I say to him, bloody boy, that's you in. Of course, doesn't do it like the way I do it,
of course.
But at least he do something like that.
Mano has taken the lead for the Zorba show the last few years, and he's doing a phenomenal job. I mean, the crowds are still piling in, and they're always looking forward to it. So,
the attention to detail, Bill started that, gave us the direction, gave us the model, and we've never been this organized to the point where everybody gets, a memo in January, to start planning for the.
If I can just build on it just a bit, like Mano, this year really showcased it. There was zero transition time. Everything was bang, bang, bang. It was a show.
Mm-hmm.
From beginning to end, everything was choreographed, no dead space. That was really, really energetic.
Yeah, and there's so many people involved. I mean, Bill had a good part this year in terms of giving us some suggestions, which he's
fantastic at because he always has that general theme of what the show should be.
And I had the opportunity to move into Ottawa and meet Ike Alaferis. As a matter of fact, I lived with him for a few weeks till I found a place of my own. And he says to me, oh, you have to come to our Greek festival, and since you're a dance teacher, try to see what we would do with the Zorba show. You know, with the help of George and yourself, you had all your gimmicks going, and I said, oh, this is great, so I'll add the choreography to the gimmicks, and the theater just exploded from there.
He took a bunch of amateurs, not dancers of the community in the folkloric aspect, but we were just a bunch of guys who did a pretty good job entertaining people.
I don't know, you gotta encourage them some more. Uh-oh, something's happening. Something's happening. We ain't cutting it right now.
Vasile, Father, there's not one thing that could do it better than a little bit of Greek fire, ouzo.
I think that's not it, Lucas. I think they need some Zorba sashes. That'll complete the look.
There goes the ouzo. A little bit of a sash and a little bit of ouzo is gonna make it happen.
Amazing.
They look ready.
You guys look very,
All right, we'll try this again.
Put your hands together. Wow.
Oh, man.
What? What's Mike? You want my mic?
Excuse me, baby, go. Yeah, you baby, not who you groovy, baby.
The creativity about the show, the new dances that were introduced, made it appealing to bigger crowds. As the crowds got bigger, we had to do a lot more than just the gimmicky things that we typically used to do, and took this show to a different level.
Because he always has that general theme of what the show should be.
Grateful to be here with you guys again this year. We've been here how many years, guys?
4 or 5 years.
Ranging from 4 to 11 years. Yeah, we've been here. We're really, as Anna Ganna, we've been here 4 years and we had a blast.
Awesome.
We've had moments. I myself, I don't know about you guys, we've been to so many festivals. I've never seen such a close-knit community and followers at this festival.
A lot of warmth.
Warmth and support. I think this is unbelievable.
They're keeping the tradition alive, you know, all the dance groups that come here from different regions of Greece. You get to see how things, where things came from, you know? And when you see these young kids dancing this stuff, it's like, it's amazing.
And what really impressed me and amazed me is the fact that you guys got 300 volunteers to actually do the whole work, which is amazing and I haven't seen anywhere. It's a first, and I think it's a good job, and it's a hand of applause for that.
And it works. Awesome. It works. However you're doing it, keep doing it.
It's just unbelievable how much everybody's willing to give for, you know, no money to volunteering, for just for their community, you know, for each other. It's unbelievable. It's like,
and it's Greeks and non-Greeks alike. The support is not just coming from the community.
Yeah, and the other thing I like to see all the time is that, you know, because you're Greeks, we're all Greeks, right? You want to make sure that whatever you're doing, you represent it well. So the dance is done well, the music is done well, because I mean, this is the impression that we're giving people of our culture.
Vast, you know, age gap. Like the gap is, it's not, you don't only have young people, you don't have like 20s to 30s or 30s to 50s or over 60s, so you got to play one style. We have to cover everything. The thing that I look forward to in coming to this festival, it's basically the only place that we can still that we still have, that we still can sing all those songs that we used to sing. You know, we learned some stuff. So we basically put the program together just for this festival.
So Greek Fest brings us back to our roots, and we're really happy to be here, and we're thankful that you invite us every year, Greek Fest. So thank you, good luck, great success in the future, and many more.
After we've been taken back to beautiful sunny Greece, how about we give a count? 1, 2, 3.
Talk about the future of the community and where we're going and the challenges that we face. We listen to all the stories from all the years of going on, and really not a lot has changed. And the difference today is, and I feel it, and we're really at a place now where we're bridging between those who built our community and put it on a path of productivity and good fortune, and the people who are coming behind us who have younger families who are looking for different things in the community. And the festival is really a microcosm of that. It's so much bigger than when we started, so much more sophisticated, so much more organized. But in the end, it really boils down to commitment of all the people in the community who come together to work over this 2-week period like crazy to do something on behalf of their community. And when you get down to it, the festival is really just the essence of what we are as Greeks. It's an opportunity to invite people into our home. We entertain them, we feed them, and we make sure that they go home with a great memory. And that's what Greeks are all about.